Welcome to African Citizen Show. Remember this is the #1 trending YouTube show, and actually kama vile mlikuwa mmeona poster, leo tuko na mgeni wetu ambaye ni Honorable Kaiga Bernard. Actually I'm very happy to meet you, and come closer and listen. Today we have great thing. So Mheshimiwa, I want to introduce you. And because I understand today we are talking more about the interview, how to win the interview. Because I understand majority of the people, they have this question: how can I win an interview, a job interview? And I'm happy today because he is here and he will take us through how to win the job interview. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. This is Kaiga Bernard, a student of Public Administration and Governance at Mount Kenya University, that is main campus, Thika, pursuing Public Administration and Governance. I'm a 4th year, that is a 4.1 student. Yes. So today we were to talk about job market and how to win an interview. We have 3 parameters that you have to consider. You have to consider knowledge, your skills, and of course your attributes. The 3 are very much important when you want to secure an interview. Knowledge is about what did you learn in class, what did you learn in school. Your skills is what you possess. For example, let's say your communication skills, presentation skills, sports, and so on and so forth. Your attributes now is what you possess that is very much different from the other person. Let's say, for example, you are a go-getter, you are a person of integrity, honest, and so on and so forth. Maybe we can expand on it later. Yes.
For now, I have questions here. Somebody is asking, let's assume you are getting these questions from the employer, and we have this question. How did you hear about this position? I think I will mention them, then you will answer together. Tell me about yourself. How did you hear about this position? Unataka sasa ajiba aje?
Yeah, well, for example, there is an advert, and you've applied for the position. You are in before the interview panel. One of the questions, in fact, the first question you'll be asked, tell us who you are, or tell us about yourself. Here is where you describe yourself. You describe, of course, your strengths. Of course, you should cover your strengths very much. For example, like I introduced myself, yes, I'm Kaiga Bernard, a student of Public Administration and Governance, pursuing, that is a bachelor's degree, 4.1, and any additional information that you deem very important and that can add points or credit to your work. That is about, tell me about yourself. And the next question is, how did you hear about this particular position that you've applied? Let's say you had it through referral, through friends. You can describe, maybe from internet, maybe advert on newspaper, and so on and so forth. You can just state clearly or precisely that, let's say, you had from your friend. It means the circle of friends, the inner circle of your friends, are people who are worth being with them. So that one will click in the mind of the interviewer that this is a person who is surrounded by very important friends. Yeah, I think that is how I can.
I think tunaendelea kusoma njumbe zenu hapo. Remember to comment hapo swali lenye unataka kuuliza. Na hapa tukiendelea, naona Jackson anauliza, alienda kwa interview akaulizwa, why do you want to work at this company and why should we hire you?
Yes, why do you want to work in this company and why should we hire you? As I said before, you have to do a SWOT analysis of yourself. You must determine your strengths, your weaknesses, the opportunities and the threats that may come when you are applying for this particular or for that particular position. And let's say, why do you see yourself a better candidate for this particular position? Of course, it's about your strength. And two, your goals. Does your vision align with the vision of the company? This is very much important. You must state your goals and your vision. Of course, if you want to be, let's say, you want to work in a company, for example, let's say a Microsoft company. Of course, you must be an IT person. You must possess IT skills. Then, of course, in such a case, that one will give you an upper hand. And let's say you want to work in a recreational facility. One of the skills you must possess, of course, you must have been a sports person, have worked in any gym, or maybe let's say you must have possessed, maybe let's say a bachelor's degree in physical exercise. And so this will give you an advantage over the same. Apart from that, we talked about attributes. Attributes are very much important, the qualities. What do you possess that the other person does not possess? What makes you unique? This one will give you an upper hand when you are applying for a given position in a given company. Yes.
The last question from Magi anauliza, alienda kwa interview akaulizwa, what can you bring to the company and what are your greatest strengths?
What will you bring to the company? I said, how are you unique? How are you unique from the other? Let's say, for example, this particular position requires you have a bachelor's degree. Maybe you have a master's degree. Of course, that one will make you unique, very different from the other. You have a master's degree in the same course. In MKU, just to give an example, we have a number of students, many students graduating at the end of the 4-year course. But they graduate with only one certificate, the transcript. But within the same institution or the same university, and not just MKU, we have UN, KU, and the rest. We have a number of activities that as students we can engage in. We can engage in music, we can engage in sports, we can engage in peace building, clubs, and so on and so forth. So you have a certificate. For example, just to show you, we have a certificate of participation in Taifa Teule Leadership. This is just one of the certificates that maybe I have got from participating in a club. Of course, we participated in an event that we were painting, we were giving back to the society, like painting primary school, planting trees, and so on and so forth. So this one I'll add to my transcript or my certificates, of which if you can see, I'm a governance student, that is public administration and governance, that is my course. And on the same certificate, we have a touch of a youth governance program. This one is just an additional to my course. It makes my course pregnant enough, and so I can easily be absorbed because I have the skills and added knowledge to what I'm studying. That's why we have examples why graduates are known as half-baked graduates, because they don't have anything, they don't have any experience, and the experience, just to give you a hint, experience is not only gotten on job, or when you are on the job, but you can get it off job, even if you are a student. Because if you volunteer, maybe let's say you've volunteered, this one will give you a number of skills, a number of knowledge and experience. For example, let's say the 5 years experience or the 10 years experience that we are normally asked. While you volunteer, of course, in this particular case, that on your experience, you are building your CV and to some extent giving an advantage to you. Yes.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate your coming. Nimesoma mengi sana. And this time nakupea chance you conclude.
Okay, thank you so much. As I said, I'm Kaiga Bernard. What I can say, I can tell our viewers and people who are watching and people who are following us, that even that knowledge, as they say, knowledge is power. I say knowledge is never power until you put it in practice, until you articulate it, until you implement the knowledge. And so in our work surrounding, maybe let's say in the corporate world, how the interviewers or the companies, the organization will want to see, is this individual capable of articulating or implementing the knowledge learned in classroom? This one is very much important, and it is a prerequisite when applying for a job, and very much important. I'm very much grateful, for that particular chance, and enjoy your day.
Thank you so much, my online people. I appreciate you so much for tuning to African Citizen Show. We meet you on the next video.